Hey, what's up, my friend? So in today's training, I want to share with you the secret behavior of the US stock market that nobody tells you. So let's get started. So have a look at this chart over here. This is the chart of the S&P 500 over the last 10 years. And let me ask you, right, do you see a pattern here on this chart? So you might want to pause your video for 2-3 seconds and ask yourself, is there a pattern over here on this chart? Okay, so I'm going to move on and share with you another chart. So this chart here is the chart of the S&P 500 over the last 30 years. Do you see a familiar pattern here on this chart? So again, you might want to pause the video and ask yourself, is there a familiar pattern here? And finally, this is the last chart that I have for you over here. This is the chart of the S&P 500 over the last 90 years. So if I'm moving too fast this video, just rewind a little bit or just pause the video, okay? So after viewing these three charts, I want to ask you this question. What is the common recurring pattern that you've just seen among those three charts? Think about this, okay? And I'm going to give you the answer right now. The answer is this. The answer is the US stock market is in a long-term uptrend. You've seen, right? The last 10 years, the last 30 years, the last 90 years, the US stock market is in a long-term uptrend. Now the question is why? Why is that, right? And here's a very simple layman explanation. So as a country, as a nation, it progress and develop, what's going to happen is that the citizens of the country, their income will go up. And when you have greater income, you're going to have greater spending power. You have more money to buy more products and services. And when you have more money to buy products and services, the company, their earnings will go up. And when the company earnings go up, the stock price goes up. So this is why, in the long run, the US stock market is in a long-term uptrend. So what does it mean for you as a trader? Well, this means that as much as possible, you want to look for buying opportunities, right, in the stock markets and avoid short selling. Not that you can't make money shorting stocks, but it's going to be much easier, right, if you are staying on the right side of the long-term trend in the US stock market. Okay, so that's the first secret for you. Moving on. Buy low, sell high, right? Well, that's not the only way, right, to make money from the financial markets. And it's also, I don't really recommend buying low and selling high, right, when trading stocks. And here's why. When you buy, when the stock price is low, it's likely in a downtrend, right, like this. Stock price is low, you buy in a downtrend. And the problem when you buy stock is in a downtrend is probably because the stock probably has poor earnings, negative earnings. That's why the stock price is heading lower over time. Or maybe the company is not well run, very poor management. And if you think about this, right, you can't exactly reverse the management within 1 day or 2 days. You can't exactly reverse the earnings of a company within 1 or 2 days unless, you're kind of like doing a forgery and, a scam and stuff like that. So otherwise, if you think about this, it takes time, right, for earnings, for the company structure management to become better. So this is why, as a trader, if you buy stock which is in a downtrend, it's likely to stay that way over the next few weeks or the next few months because change needs time to happen. At the same time, if you buy a stock which is already in an uptrend, it's likely to continue that way over the next few weeks or next few months like this, right? Stock in an uptrend. And when you buy stock in an uptrend, why is it likely to continue higher over the short term? Because chances are, when the stock is in an uptrend, earnings is healthy, right? It's beating expectations, it's positive, or maybe the company is, being well run. And again, it's not so easy, right? Like within 1 day, earnings suddenly go to zero unless, it's a scam or suddenly the management, becomes evil, right? Within overnight. So this is why, right? When stock it's in an uptrend, it's likely to continue high over the next few weeks and the next few months. So this is why, as a trader, what this means for you is this, right? Is that you want to focus on buying strong performing stocks. You want to buy stocks, right, that has shown strong performance over the recent 6 to 12 months because these are the stocks, right, that are likely to continue higher over the next few weeks or months. Okay, so that's the second secret for you. And finally, this one over here, day trading versus overnight trading, which is easier to profit from the stock market. And to do this, right, I want to credit to Ottman Groet from quantifiedstrategies.com because this is a technique that I learned from him. So what he did, right, is that you can actually run a backtest on the S&P 500. In this case, we're using the SPY, which is the S&P 500 ETF. And then we can find out, is it easier to be a day trading or overnight trading? And the way to do this is, number one, the first backtest we'll do is that we'll buy the S&P 500, the ETF, at the open, and we sell it at the close. So this is kind of like to simulate day trading, right? You buy near the open and you sell before the market close for the day. So this is to simulate day trading. And the second backtest we'll do is that we'll buy at the close and sell at the open. This is to simulate overnight trading where you hold your position for overnight. So let's find out and see the results, right, of these two strategy. Okay, so having a look at the first one, this is the Excel spreadsheet. You can see that from open to close, right? If you do this, right, for the S&P 500 ETF from 1993 to 2020, you can see that this is the equity curve, right? You can see that you pretty much didn't make money over the last 20 plus years at all, right? You didn't make money at all. If you want to look at the details, you actually lost money, down about 0.66%. This is for buying at the open and selling at the close. On the other hand, what if you buy at the close and sell at the open? How would the results change. So this is for buying at the close and selling at the open. You can see that your equity curve, see the difference? This one is actually sloping up higher. So you can see that there's actually these buyers, right, where the stocks, right, have a tendency to, move higher, right, after the overnight session. Okay, so what does this mean, right? So this means that it's going to be easier for you as a stock trader to make money from overnight trading. And of course, it's not to say that day trading doesn't work, it's a scam, but if we talk about, which is easier to make money, clearly overnight trading, right, will be much easier for most traders. Okay, so this means that you want to hold your positions for at least a few days or weeks, right, to take advantage of this phenomenon in the stock market. And by the way, right, if you want to learn more about the US stock markets and how you can use it to generate an extra source of income, right, then I'd like to invite you to this event, this free webinar called Stock Trading Secrets. The link is over here, tradingforrayner.com/STS. I'll put the link somewhere in this video, below this video as well. So this next event is on December, but again, you might be watching this video and it might already be January, February, etc. But don't worry, I'll host this event, right, 1 or 2 times per month. So you just come down to this page and I'll share with you when is the next date, right, that I'll be hosting this live webinar. And during this webinar, you'll learn, right, a simple stock strategy that has generated 2,421% over the last 21 years. I'll share with you, right, how you can generate consistent profits from the stock markets, right, even during a recession or a financial crisis. And even share with you how you can actually grow your account to 7 figures and beyond, even if you have a small starting capital. So all this and more during this free webinar. Just click on this orange button, you'll be brought to a Zoom registration page like this. Just sign up for it and I will give you the details, right, the link to attend this webinar live. Okay, so I'll put the link again somewhere below this video. Sign up for it and I will talk to you soon.